Hello friends, and welcome back to Swift Lessons for another by request song tutorial. In today's session, I'm going to be breaking down the Lullaby version of Remember Me by the husband and wife duo, Kristen Lopez and Robert Lopez. Now, this is a beautiful tune, just won the award for Best Original Song at the 2018 Oscars, so congrats to them for that amazing accomplishment. And it's got some beautiful chord changes, some really beautiful fingerstyle techniques, and I'm going to break everything up into 5 different sections for easier learning. Now, of course, I have a tablature available for you at patreon.com/swiftlessons. You can all become members there and get access to a ton of extra resources for all my popular YouTube guitar lessons. Now, let's begin with a full demonstration of the tune for you to jam along with later. Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I'll hold you in my heart. Sing a secret song for you each night we are apart. Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember me, each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again. Remember me. Okay, close look at the fretboard and also my pick in hand. We're in standard tuning, key of C major, 4/4 time. Getting started with the intro section, which I'm borrowing from the live performance at the 2018 Oscars. Real slow, it's going to sound like this. Okay, cliff hanging on that G major chord variation. Okay, breaking that down, start here on the 5th frets of the G and the B string. Pluck those 2 notes twice. If you want to slide up into the first one, that'll sound great. Then we're going to go down to 4 and 3 of those same strings, and you're going to play them twice and slide away. Then pluck the G and the B string open. Okay, then we're going to play G sharp 7. It's going to sound like this. Alright, using a little bit of a sweep with my thumb. Okay, so I have the 4th frets of the low E string and D string fretted. A string is completely muted, and I'm also going to grab the G string 5th fret. Alright, see how my thumb just sweeps through the strings? Going down to the D string, and then my index finger or my middle finger can grab the G string. Okay, then after that, you're just going to go to a G major chord, but you don't even need your ring finger and your pinky planted, because you're only going to go down to the D string or the G string, whatever you prefer. You put all that together and we have... just like that. Okay, excellent work everybody. Just kind of a bonus introduction for you all to enjoy. Now we're jumping into what I'm calling Section A, following along using your tablature at patreon.com/swiftlessons. I'm going to demonstrate this section for you nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's break that down. Okay, so very simple. That began with the C major chord. Okay, that first measure, just striking the root note, then go into the G and the B strings with the index finger and middle finger designated to those strings. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, next, leave your ring finger down, take your pinky, put it on the G sharp note on the 4th fret low E string, then bar across the first frets of the G and B strings, okay? If your hand can't accomplish that, don't worry, I'm going to give you an alternative to this chord. This is G sharp flat 5. Sounds like this. Okay, really cool chord shape. So I'm striking the root note. Then, well, this changes actually throughout the song, but generally speaking, you can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, just like you did on the C chord, but he tends to drop out here and there. So it's gonna be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, if you're not able to accomplish this chord, then you can just use the A string as your root. Then we're back to the C major chord. Okay, then we're going to a chord that we're calling B flat 9. Just barring everything on the first fret from the A string to the high E string, just pluck in the A string, and then that G and B string double pluck again. 1 and 2 and. Then finishing that measure, we're going to play E7 chord. All you need is to put your index finger on the first fret of the G string and play. Okay, now I moved my double pluck, my index finger and my middle finger up to the C on one string. Now I'm on the D string and the G string. Okay, so that measure one more time was. Okay, for Don't Let It Make You Cry. All right, let's put all of section A together now and see if you can play along. Sounds like this. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, now we're ready to go on to section B. Okay, very good everybody. You have the intro and section A down. Now we're jumping into section B. Real slow, it's gonna sound like this over A minor. Okay, let's break that down. Okay, so this is going to have the same rhythmic properties as section A. We started off striking the root note on A minor, the open A string. Then we're going to play 5 and 5 on the B string and high E strings. Okay, I'm going to use my index and my middle finger again, though you might find it more appropriate to use your middle finger and your ring finger. Okay, whatever you like. So, 1 and 2. Then we're going to extend our pinky to the B string, 8th fret, and keep the 5th frets of the G string. Okay, so we have really nice little sound there. So we have. Okay, so that was the G and the B string. We're going to stay on those strings now and go to 5 and 5. Just barring, and then 2 and 1 for a single stroke. Really beautiful descending pattern. Okay, then we're gonna go to a B flat add 13 chord. Okay, first fret of the A string, then we're gonna play 3rd frets of the B and the high E string. 1 and 2 and. Take that up a whole step and bar, remove the pinky. For a modified C major chord. Okay, so far you have. Okay, that's going to get you to measure number 3 for F major 7. Sounds like this. Beautiful descending phrase there. 8th fret of the A string. And then we're also going to hold the 9th fret of the G and 8th fret of the B. Okay, take these two notes down a whole step. Then we're going to have 5 and 5. And then we're going to 2 and 1 for a single stroke. All right, then we're gonna finish up this section by playing. Okay, that G sharp 7 chord that we played in our intro. And then we're going to play a chord called G sus 4. Okay, so again, we had 4, 4, 3 for that G sharp 7. And then we're going to that G sus 4, which is 3, 5, 5, 5. Dragging my thumb again, using that sweep technique over. Okay. All right, let's play all of this B section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you're ready to move on to section C. Okay, now moving on to section C. This part is basically going to be a variation to section A. It's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so that was very simple. Like section A, that started off with the C major chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we're gonna go to that G sharp, flat 5, just like we did before. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, one of the things I like to do in this measure, in section C and also in section A, is that on the last upstroke, I like to add a little bit of that D string, just to gain a little bit of extra tension. Sounds great against the vocal melody. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Then I'm back to the C chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and this is where it's going to change. We're going to a G minor 7. Okay, now that G minor 7 chord, really useful shape, middle finger 3rd fret low E string, and then the bar with the ring finger across the D, G, and B strings. But just strike the low E string, then the D and the G. 3 times, 1 and 2 and then transition to a C dominant 7 chord. Okay, pluck in that C7 chord, the A string first, then the G and the B. So that measure just like that. Now let's play all of section C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Very good, now we're ready to go on to section D. Okay, demonstrating section D nice and slow. It's gonna sound like this. Okay, let's break that down. Okay, fairly simple, another beautiful descending line. You need the 8th fret of the A string and 10th fret of the B string. You're also going to need to bar that index finger. Okay, so there's your first thing. We're gonna have the A string, 8th fret, and then 10 and 8 on the B string and the high E string. Then we're going down. That is 8 and 7, 6 and 5, and then 5 and 3 for a single stroke. One more time. That gets you to measure 2. This might be my favorite part. Okay, so breaking down that measure, I'm gonna create kind of a D minor chord shape. I still have that 5 and 3 on the B and the high E string. I'm gonna play the low E string, the B string, and the high E string together, then go to the G and B. All right, then I'm gonna wrap my thumb around to the 4th fret of the low E string and play low E string, G string, and B string, and then grab the 3rd fret of the B string, removing my ring finger, and pluck in just the G string and the B string together. All right, so that's kind of the most complicated little movement that we have. right, you got that. That gets you to A minor chord, where I'm gonna do that little sweep strum, the A, D, and G, with the middle finger upstroking on the B string. All right, then I'll go back to the D string, and then transition to an A diminished chord. All right, so I'm just barring now my index finger on the first fret of the D string, G string, and B string, keeping my ring finger on that second fret G string. So then I have 0, 1, 2, 1. Okay, let's put that entire measure together now. Sounds like this. Okay, another sweep strum there. At this point, a very interesting little sound comes in. This intense kind of devil's interval, they call this. It's the open D string, first fret of the G string, adds up a little bit of tension to get you into the final section. Okay, playing through all of section D, it's gonna sound like this real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, your devil's interval, also known as your tritone, that gets you into the final section. Okay, excellent work, everybody. Now you're ready to get into the final section, section E, and I'm gonna demonstrate it for you real slow, then I'll break it down. It's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, breaking down this last section, we're gonna bar the 4th fret, set up a G♯7 chord shape. Middle finger's also gonna go to the 5th fret of the G string. We're gonna play ascending through the chord, very simple. The low E string, D string, and G string together, then just the D and the G by itself, then switch to the G string and B string twice, the high E string and B string twice. Then we're gonna go to 9th fret B, 8th fret high E string, if you can slide up into that shape, even better. And then take your ring finger and put it on the 10th fret high E string. Let's put all that together real slow. So. All right, just like that. Then, as that's ringing out, we're getting into the next measure. All right, we're gonna grab the 3rd fret of the low E string, very suspenseful, to set up a retardando and the close of the song. It's gonna sound like this. Okay, so keep that 3rd fret low E string. You're gonna grab a bar, G string and B string 1st fret, play from the D string down to the B string. Then move your bar up to include the D string 1st fret. Okay, we're walking up. We're gonna grab the pinky, goes to the 3rd fret of the D string. All right, then you're gonna end the tune with a very resolved C/G chord. So it's just a C major with a G in the bass. All right, that's my addition. You could just use a regular C chord, but I love the way this G/C sounds so complete. All right, let's play all of section E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember me. Picking down to that B string to end the song. All right, great work, everybody. Now let's play through the entire tune together at a slow tempo for your practice over the course of the week. Okay, playing through the entire song now at a nice slow tempo, starting with that intro. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and remember me. Congratulations, everybody. Beautiful song. You're ready to perform it. Alright friends, thanks so much for checking out this lesson. I hope you enjoyed learning this beautiful tune. If you have a song that you would like for me to teach next, you can click through the link in the description to swifflessons.com and put in that request now. I gotta thank my patrons for all the support and all the guidance. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying your extra resources. Thanks to you guys, I've got many more lessons coming up, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.